Hello friends. Have you ever met someone who treats every goal like a mountain that simply must be climbed, no matter how steep or icy the slope? Someone who plans, perseveres, and builds success brick by brick, without ever showing off. That, my friends, is the essence of Capricorn in business, the ultimate strategist of the zodiac. They don't just dream of success, they architect it. Let's dive deep into what makes Capricorn such a powerhouse in the professional world, from their strengths and weaknesses to their ideal business partners and the challenges they secretly face. After watching, if you'd like to support the channel, click the Thanks button right under this video or use the donation alerts link in the description. Your support really helps me keep creating. And of course, if you enjoy the content, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks so much for being here. Now let's continue. The visionary realist, Capricorn's core business personality. To understand a Capricorn in the business world is to understand the quiet power of time, patience, and precision. Their story isn't one of overnight success or reckless leaps into the unknown. It's the story of deliberate evolution, of a mountain slowly but surely shaping itself through centuries of wind and pressure. Every decision a Capricorn makes in business carries this same weight of endurance and foresight. They aren't here to play, they're here to build. Discipline and results. Those two words define not only their approach to work but their very essence. When a Capricorn sets a goal, it becomes an unspoken vow between them and the universe. They will deliver. The world may shift, trends may fade, and competitors may rise and fall, but Capricorn remains anchored. Their energy is consistent, methodical, and laser-focused. They don't chase trends because they understand a timeless truth. Success is not about speed, it's about direction. While many are seduced by the glitter of instant gratification, Capricorn's eyes are fixed on the horizon. They're not impressed by temporary applause. They're impressed by sustainability, by things that endure. Their definition of success is deeply personal. It's about creating something that stands the test of time. This perspective gives them an extraordinary advantage in business. They don't just plan for the next quarter, they plan for the next decade. Ruled by Saturn, the planet of structure, boundaries, and time, Capricorns understand the laws that govern progress. They know there's no shortcut to mastery. They don't rebel against limitations, they study them, learn from them, and eventually use them to their benefit. To a Capricorn, rules aren't cages, they're tools. Frameworks, systems, and strategies are their natural language. They thrive in environments that demand order, accountability, and consistency. In the boardroom, their presence is commanding but never loud. They don't waste words or energy trying to dominate conversations. Instead, they observe, meticulously. They take in every nuance, every tone, every hesitation in a voice. By the time they speak, they've already calculated 10 potential outcomes. Their approach to communication mirrors their approach to business, precise, purposeful, and grounded in logic. They see the world through the lens of a strategist. Their minds function like sophisticated financial software, analyzing probabilities, balancing variables, and forecasting possible futures. It's not that they lack creativity, it's that their creativity manifests in structure. While some people build castles in the clouds, Capricorns draw blueprints for skyscrapers with solid foundations. They know exactly where each beam goes, how deep the base must be, and how high the tower can rise without collapsing. This practicality doesn't make them rigid, it makes them effective. Capricorns are masters of realistic vision. They can look at a grand, abstract idea and immediately translate it into actionable steps. They break down impossibilities into measurable objectives. To them, ambition without a plan is like a ship without a compass, exciting, maybe, but ultimately doomed. Their quiet realism gives them an uncanny ability to manage people and resources. As leaders, they're not tyrants, they're architects of stability. They build teams like ecosystems. Every person has a purpose, every task a reason. They understand that efficiency is born not from pressure but from clarity. People working under a Capricorn often feel both challenged and protected, like they're part of something that actually means something. Emotionally, Capricorns are stoic, even mysterious. They don't broadcast their feelings, and in business, this makes them appear composed even in chaos. When others panic, Capricorn remains cool, eyes sharp, hands steady on the wheel. They believe in control, not the control of others, but control of self. Their self-discipline is almost legendary. They can work long hours, maintain focus for years, and resist distractions that would derail most. To them, focus is sacred. And yet, beneath this stoic exterior lies a deep emotional drive. Capricorns don't pursue success out of vanity, they pursue it for security, for self-respect, for the sense of order it brings to their lives. Their ambition is rarely about ego, it's about survival and purpose. They need to know they can rely on themselves, that they can create stability in a world that often feels unpredictable. In negotiations, Capricorns play the long game. They don't rush to close deals or chase flashy partnerships. They evaluate, research, and plan. They ask questions others overlook. What's the risk? What's the return? What's the long-term implication? Their business intuition is sharp because it's rooted in patience. They trust in timing, not luck. They also have a profound respect for tradition and hierarchy, not because they blindly follow it, but because they understand the value of proven systems. They're often the ones who can modernize old industries without losing their essence. A Capricorn CEO might introduce cutting-edge technology into a centuries-old company, doing it so gracefully that the change feels natural rather than forced. In entrepreneurship, their realism becomes their superpower. They know the cost of every decision, financially, emotionally, and temporally. They don't waste resources. They believe in quality over quantity, precision over speed. When they launch a product, it's been tested, refined, perfected. Their name on something is a promise of reliability. What makes them so respected in the business world is their integrity. A Capricorn's word holds weight. They don't overpromise. They don't embellish. If they say something will be done, it will be done. And not only done, done well. In an age of noise and exaggeration, this authenticity makes them stand out. At their best, Capricorns combine the practicality of an engineer with the vision of an artist. They see not just what is, but what could be, and then they build the bridge to get there. They thrive in industries that demand responsibility, patience, and leadership. Finance, law, architecture, management, government, or entrepreneurship. However, they're not immune to pressure. Their desire for control can sometimes isolate them. They may hesitate to trust others with responsibility, fearing mistakes could cost progress. But over time, as they mature, Capricorns learn that delegation isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It allows them to scale their vision beyond themselves. What truly sets Capricorn apart from any other sign in business is their relationship with time. They respect it, they harness it, and they never waste it. They understand that time compounds like interest. What you invest today multiplies tomorrow. Every hour they work, every relationship they nurture, every decision they make, it's all part of a larger equation leading toward mastery. To work with a Capricorn is to experience reliability personified. You know they'll show up. You know they'll deliver. You know they'll hold the line when others falter. They don't chase excitement, they create stability. And in a world addicted to chaos, that's what makes them priceless. They're not dreamers, they're doers. But more than that, they're sustainers. They're the ones who hold systems together when others give up. They're the quiet force behind successful empires, the ones who turn raw ideas into structured realities. At their core, Capricorns are visionaries, but visionaries with spreadsheets, calendars, and blueprints. They know how to turn ambition into architecture. They're living proof that success isn't about the loudest idea in the room, it's about the most enduring one. Capricorn doesn't just want to win, they want to build something worth winning for. The climb to the top, ambition, persistence, and patience. For Capricorn, success isn't a random event, it's a meticulously charted ascent. If life is a mountain, Capricorn is the climber who began their journey long before anyone else even laced their boots. They don't rush, they don't panic when the fog rolls in or the path grows steep. They simply keep moving, one deliberate, calculated step at a time, guided by an inner compass forged from discipline and necessity. Ambition is not an accessory to a Capricorn's character, it is the foundation upon which their entire identity rests. To an outsider, Capricorn's rise might look effortless, a smooth progression from one victory to the next. But behind every achievement lies an invisible history of labor, sacrifice, and silent struggle. They're not the type to broadcast their hardships, they simply endure them. There's an almost monastic quality to their persistence. Failure doesn't frighten them because they see it not as an ending but as a correction, a piece of feedback from the universe guiding them closer to precision. Each stumble teaches them something vital, about strategy, timing, or themselves. Capricorns understand the value of earned success. They do not crave shortcuts or miracles, those things insult their sense of order. They believe that what's truly worthwhile must be built, not bought. Their patience isn't passive, it's active waiting. It's the kind of patience that sharpens itself with every hour spent learning, analyzing, and improving. Where others grow restless, Capricorn grows ready. Picture a Capricorn entrepreneur building a business from scratch. In the first year, while competitors chase trends or investors, Capricorn is perfecting infrastructure. In the second year, they're optimizing systems, identifying weak links, and setting measurable goals. By the fifth year, when others have burned out or given up, Capricorn's company stands firm, not because luck favored them, but because preparation did. This is their secret. They don't rush success, they engineer it. Their endurance stems from a deep understanding that all great things take time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are the empires Capricorns dream of creating. They see time not as an obstacle but as an ally, a patient collaborator that rewards steady effort. While other signs may become frustrated when progress feels slow, Capricorn knows that slow progress is still progress. Every day of consistent action compounds, quietly building momentum until the results become undeniable. Their resilience borders on legendary. When life throws storms at them, they don't complain about the weather, they build better shelters. They adapt without losing integrity. To Capricorn, quitting isn't even in their vocabulary. The only time they walk away from something is when it no longer aligns with their greater mission. And when that moment comes, they pivot with grace. There's no self-pity, no wasted energy, just recalibration. They know that energy spent mourning a lost plan is energy stolen from the new one. Capricorn's ambition is rarely flamboyant. They're not driven by applause or validation. They're driven by a deep internal rhythm that whispers, "Keep building." Their goals are private, sacred, and meticulously structured. They wake up thinking about progress, not praise. Their satisfaction doesn't come from being seen climbing. It comes from reaching the summit they envisioned years ago. Many Capricorns carry a psychological blueprint shaped in childhood, a belief that security must be earned. Perhaps they learned early that stability doesn't come easily, that respect must be proven. These formative experiences harden their resolve. They don't wait for someone to hand them opportunity, they manufacture it through consistency. In business, this translates into a rare kind of dependability. If you work with a Capricorn, you'll never wonder whether they'll show up. They always do, early, prepared, and focused. This intense desire for control isn't about dominance, it's about survival. Capricorn wants to build systems that protect them from uncertainty. Their ambition to lead often comes from this need for order. They don't want to be in charge for the sake of power, they want to ensure things are done properly. They can't stand inefficiency or chaos. In any organization, they naturally rise to positions of authority, not because they seek the spotlight, but because they're the only ones who can consistently maintain structure. When faced with setbacks, Capricorn doesn't crumble, they calculate. They retreat just long enough to reassess the map, check their tools, and find a smarter route up the mountain. Their persistence is rational, not emotional. They can separate the sting of failure from the logic of progress. To them, emotion is temporary, but results are eternal. They know how to delay gratification, to sacrifice comfort today for strength tomorrow. Their patience is perhaps their most underrated strength. In a world addicted to instant success, Capricorn moves with the rhythm of time itself, slow, deliberate, unstoppable. They are the tortoise in a race full of hares, and they know how the story ends. They don't measure their success by weeks or months but by years, even decades. And while others burn out chasing every new opportunity, Capricorn conserves energy, waiting for the moment that truly matters. In teamwork, this patience manifests as steadiness. When a project faces delays or crises, Capricorn becomes the calm center. They remind everyone that pressure can be refined into progress. Their grounded energy stabilizes teams and projects alike. They are the rock others cling to in turbulent times. But they also expect the same dedication in return. For Capricorn, reliability isn't optional, it's a moral standard. They have an almost prophetic understanding of momentum. They know when to push and when to pause, when to expand and when to consolidate. Their strategy is a blend of intuition and logic, honed by countless hours of quiet observation. They're students of success, constantly studying patterns of growth, in markets, in human behavior, in themselves. Capricorns are also masters of delayed recognition. They don't need immediate validation to stay motivated. They can work in obscurity for years, confident that excellence will eventually reveal itself. When their efforts finally pay off, people often call them overnight successes. But Capricorn smiles, knowing those nights were, in fact, years in the making. To truly understand their persistence, imagine time as a mountain of stone and Capricorn as the steady chisel. Tap by tap, they carve their destiny. There's no rush, no despair, only rhythm and faith in process. Each strike, though small, is deliberate and enduring. And one day, the rough rock becomes a masterpiece. Their patience also extends to people. Capricorn doesn't give up on others easily. They believe in development, in structure, in teaching. But if someone proves unreliable, Capricorn won't waste time trying to fix what resists growth. They simply adjust, quietly, firmly, and permanently. There's no revenge, no dramatics, only evolution. What drives all this persistence is vision, a crystal clear image of what life could be. Capricorn can see the peak even when they're still in the valley. That mental image becomes their compass. It keeps them moving when others stop. They know that discipline bridges the gap between desire and achievement, and they're willing to walk that bridge no matter how long it takes. Over time, their consistency becomes magnetic. People trust Capricorns because they've proven themselves through actions, not words. They may not be the flashiest leaders, but they are the most dependable. In a world full of short attention spans, Capricorn's endurance feels almost supernatural. Ultimately, the climb for Capricorn isn't just about reaching the top, it's about becoming the kind of person who can reach it. Every step tests their resilience, shapes their judgment, and strengthens their identity. They learn to balance ambition with humility, patience with drive, and persistence with wisdom. Strengths in business, the Capricorn advantage. Capricorn's true brilliance reveals itself not in flashes of inspiration but in the steady, relentless rhythm of execution. While others are busy talking about what they intend to do, Capricorn is already doing it, quietly, efficiently, and with almost supernatural focus. Their success rarely comes from luck. It comes from a set of timeless strengths that make them indispensable in any competitive environment. Every quality they possess, discipline, structure, realism, composure, foresight, forms a mosaic of mastery that defines their professional DNA. Unshakable discipline is where it all begins. For Capricorn, deadlines are not suggestions, they are contracts of honor. Time, to them, is currency, and wasting it is almost a moral offense. If they promise to deliver something on Tuesday, it won't arrive on Wednesday afternoon or Friday morning. It will arrive Tuesday, polished, proofed, and complete. This reliability makes them the backbone of every organization they touch. Their colleagues may marvel at their ability to stay focused when everyone else is tired or distracted, but for Capricorn, consistency is second nature. They operate like clockwork, not robotic but resolute. Each completed task feeds into a greater sense of purpose. They take quiet pride in their ability to meet expectations, and they view every deadline as an opportunity to prove integrity in motion. That discipline extends beyond schedules. It's woven into their habits, their decision-making, and even their mindset. Capricorn doesn't need external motivation. Their ambition is self-fueled. They create systems that make discipline inevitable. Morning routines, detailed planners, financial budgets, performance checklists. They live by structure not because they fear chaos, but because they understand that structure creates freedom. The more predictable their system, the more space they have for creative and strategic thought. This disciplined approach allows them to endure where others falter, during economic downturns, leadership changes, or personal setbacks. They stay consistent through the storm, often becoming the stabilizing force everyone else relies on. Then there's their gift for strategic leadership, the kind that transforms small groups into formidable teams. A Capricorn leader doesn't need to be charismatic in the traditional sense. They don't rally people through emotion or charm. They lead through clarity and example. Their leadership is built on trust, respect, and the silent authority of competence. They see the big picture like an architect studying blueprints, ensuring every detail serves the final design. Delegation comes naturally to them, not because they want to offload responsibility, but because they know efficiency depends on distributing tasks according to strength. They don't micromanage, they orchestrate. Every person under their leadership understands their role, their purpose, and the importance of excellence. Capricorn's teams often function like well-tuned instruments, each member synchronized to a common tempo. The secret lies in Capricorn's balance between high standards and fairness. They demand a lot, but they never ask for more than they're willing to give themselves. They're the kind of leader who stays late, reviews the numbers, double-checks the plan, and walks into the next morning's meeting as composed as ever. Over time, this consistency earns them deep respect, sometimes even loyalty that borders on reverence. People follow Capricorns not out of fear, but out of admiration for their competence and steadiness. Their realistic vision sets them apart from dreamers who never translate ideas into reality. Capricorn dreams too, but their dreams come with spreadsheets, projections, and timelines. If they imagine a billion-dollar enterprise, they also imagine the supply chain, the marketing funnel, and the 5-year financial model. They see the path between possibility and profitability with startling clarity. For them, vision must coexist with feasibility. They are allergic to wishful thinking. Instead, they study data, read market signals, analyze consumer behavior, and build strategies that transform imagination into measurable outcomes. This realism doesn't dull their creativity, it sharpens it. Capricorns innovate within boundaries. They know that constraints breed brilliance, that true creativity flourishes when directed toward solving real problems. So while others brainstorm wild ideas without substance, Capricorn focuses on solutions that can scale, sustain, and endure. Their version of dreaming isn't about fantasy, it's about design. They visualize success in systems and stages, not in abstract ideals. That's why their visions often become realities. They're rooted in logic and supported by unrelenting effort. Their emotional control is another rare strength, especially in the volatile world of business. While others may crumble under pressure or react impulsively to setbacks, Capricorn remains grounded. Stress doesn't paralyze them, it clarifies them. When a crisis hits, they instinctively shift into problem-solving mode. Their voice stays calm, their decisions rational. They understand that emotion clouds judgment, so they compartmentalize feelings until the work is done. This isn't coldness, it's professionalism at its purest form. Their self-mastery gives teams confidence, investors reassurance, and clients trust. In chaos, Capricorn becomes the steady pulse that keeps everything alive. Their composure also allows them to negotiate and mediate with finesse. In a heated meeting, they won't interrupt or escalate. They wait, observe, and strike only when logic supports their position. They play the long game in conversation, just as they do in business. This self-restraint gives them power, because while others are reacting, Capricorn is strategizing. They read between the lines, identify motives, and choose responses that protect their interests without burning bridges. In an age where emotional volatility often ruins deals, Capricorn's calm intellect becomes their armor. Yet, perhaps the most defining of all their strengths is their mastery of long-term growth. Capricorns are not sprinters, they're marathoners. They think in decades, not months. They understand that the secret to true wealth, in both money and influence, is consistency over time. They invest carefully, both financially and emotionally. They evaluate people the same way they evaluate stocks, studying patterns of reliability, performance, and growth potential. They nurture relationships slowly but steadily, knowing that trust compounds like interest. In business strategy, they excel at balancing short-term needs with long-term goals. They can make sacrifices today that will yield exponential rewards tomorrow. This patience gives them a competitive edge that impulsive entrepreneurs can't match. They don't fear slow progress because they know it's the kind that lasts. Whether they are building a company, expanding a brand, or managing a portfolio, they plan for sustainability. They prefer solid foundations to flashy expansions, depth to breadth, and endurance to excitement. Because of this mindset, Capricorns are the ones who transform startups into corporations and freelancers into empires. They understand that greatness is cumulative. They stack every decision, every small success, every lesson learned, like bricks in a monument to persistence. To outsiders, it might look like they got lucky. But Capricorn knows there's no luck in structure, only preparation meeting opportunity. Their combination of discipline, strategy, realism, composure, and foresight makes them the ultimate executors of vision. They don't just dream big, they deliver big. They embody a kind of professionalism that feels timeless, the blend of old-world ethics and modern intelligence. In the end, Capricorn's advantage in business is simple but rare: they build what lasts. While others are chasing momentum, Capricorn is building legacy. And when the dust settles, when markets shift, trends fade, and noise dies down, it's always the Capricorn who remains, standing quietly on solid ground, surveying the empire they built one deliberate decision at a time. Weaknesses and challenges, the hidden costs of success. But even mountains cast shadows, and Capricorn's heights come with their own altitude sickness. The same relentless drive that propels them to the top can, at times, turn inward, carving valleys of exhaustion, self-doubt, and isolation. Their strengths, so beautifully engineered for success, can transform into blind spots when left unchecked. For every Capricorn scaling toward greatness, there exists a parallel struggle beneath the surface: the hidden costs of ambition. Overwork and burnout sit at the heart of this paradox. To a Capricorn, rest can feel like betrayal, as if stopping for breath means losing momentum. They measure their worth by productivity, often believing that hard work is not just a path to success but a moral virtue. The danger is that they don't always know when to stop. The same discipline that builds empires can also build cages. They'll stay late in the office long after the lights have dimmed, revising one more document, calculating one more scenario, convincing themselves it's necessary. Their bodies might whisper for rest, but their minds drown it out with the hum of responsibility. Sleep becomes a luxury, relaxation, a guilty pleasure. In the short term, this obsession makes them appear unstoppable, and they often are. But in the long run, it quietly chips away at their vitality. They may wake one day feeling the emptiness that comes when accomplishment replaces joy. The treadmill of success, once exhilarating, becomes mechanical. They forget what satisfaction feels like beyond results. For many Capricorns, the true challenge is learning that rest is not laziness, it's strategy. Recovery is the fuel for sustainability, not a detour from ambition. Then comes emotional detachment, a defense mechanism forged by logic and responsibility. Capricorn's instinct to control emotion is both their armor and their Achilles heel. In business, it gives them clarity under pressure, but it also distances them from others. Colleagues may see them as reserved, unreachable, or even cold. They don't mean to alienate anyone. They simply believe emotions must never interfere with performance. Their silence in meetings, their preference for data over dialogue, can create invisible walls. Employees who crave encouragement may mistake Capricorn's focus for disapproval. Partners may feel unsupported when Capricorn retreats inward to process stress privately. Yet, beneath the composed exterior lies deep sensitivity. Capricorns feel deeply, they just express quietly. They fear vulnerability because it threatens their sense of control. To them, emotions are unpredictable forces, and unpredictability is the enemy of progress. But by avoiding emotional openness, they sometimes miss opportunities for authentic connection, the kind that inspires loyalty, creativity, and trust. Their challenge is to learn that showing humanity doesn't weaken authority, it enhances it. Empathy, after all, is not chaos, it's leadership in its most evolved form. Fear of failure runs like a hidden current through even the most successful Capricorn's life. Outwardly, they exude confidence, precision, and poise. Inwardly, many wrestle with a constant question: what if I fail? This fear isn't about reputation, it's about identity. Because Capricorns define themselves through accomplishment, a single mistake can feel catastrophic. They'll double-check every number, reread every email, rehearse every presentation until perfection feels attainable, even when it isn't. This perfectionism, while impressive, can lead to paralysis. Decisions take longer, innovation slows, and spontaneity suffocates under the weight of scrutiny. This internal anxiety can manifest as self-criticism so sharp it borders on cruelty. Even when praised, they downplay their achievements, convinced they could have done better. They rarely celebrate milestones, preferring to move immediately to the next challenge. Ironically, the same fear that drives them to excellence can rob them of fulfillment. The antidote isn't recklessness but trust in their process, in their resilience, and in the fact that growth often hides behind imperfection. Control issues are another byproduct of Capricorn's need for order. They believe structure keeps the world from collapsing, and in many cases, they're right. But this belief can harden into rigidity. Delegation becomes difficult because they secretly think no one else will meet their standards. They'll rewrite reports, reformat spreadsheets, or redo tasks that were already fine simply because they want them exactly right. If you want it done properly, do it yourself, isn't just a saying to them, it's a survival instinct. This behavior often comes from fear of losing stability, of watching systems they built fall apart in careless hands. But micromanagement, however well-intentioned, breeds exhaustion for both Capricorn and their team. It prevents others from growing and isolates Capricorn in the role of perpetual fixer. They end up buried under responsibilities they could have shared, sacrificing innovation for control. The evolution they must face is letting go, learning that perfection achieved alone is less powerful than progress achieved together. Trusting others doesn't weaken the structure, it strengthens it. Risk aversion rounds out their hidden challenges. Realism, one of Capricorn's greatest assets, can easily calcify into caution. They prefer proven methods, measurable outcomes, and predictable returns. They don't gamble on dreams that lack data. But in a world that rewards boldness, this conservatism can become a limitation. While others experiment with new ideas, technologies, or creative marketing strategies, Capricorn may hesitate, analyzing potential pitfalls until opportunities pass them by. Their instinct to avoid failure ironically prevents them from discovering breakthrough success. Their resistance to risk is rooted in their respect for stability. They value security so deeply that they sometimes equate change with danger. The unknown feels like chaos, and chaos contradicts everything they've built their identity around. Yet, history's greatest innovators were those who stepped outside the boundaries of certainty. Capricorn's challenge, then, is to reframe risk as a calculated extension of discipline, not its opposite. When they learn to take smart, informed chances, their structure becomes a launch pad, not a prison. All these weaknesses, overwork, emotional distance, fear, control, and caution, stem from the same noble impulse: the desire to protect what they've built. Capricorns are not flawed because they strive, they're flawed because they forget to breathe within their striving. Their self-imposed standards, though admirable, can rob them of the very satisfaction they seek. The mountain they climb is majestic, but it can also be lonely, especially when they never pause to look back at how far they've come. The key for Capricorn is balance. Balance between effort and rest, logic and feeling, control and surrender. They must learn that sometimes, perfection is not the path to greatness, it's the obstacle to it. Growth often begins where control ends. When Capricorn embraces imperfection as part of mastery, they evolve from achiever to leader, from worker to visionary. They discover that the highest peaks aren't reached by force, but by flow, by trusting that strength lies not just in structure, but in the courage to let go. Best zodiac signs for business partnerships with Capricorn. Not everyone can move at Capricorn's rhythm. Their pace is deliberate, their methods meticulous, their standards sky high. To partner with a Capricorn is to enter into an unspoken pact, one that demands excellence, patience, and absolute reliability. Many find this intimidating, even exhausting, but certain zodiac signs not only understand Capricorn's intensity, they thrive within it. These alliances are built on mutual respect, shared ambition, and the seamless merging of different yet complementary energies. The result is a partnership that's not just productive, but transformative. Taurus stands as one of Capricorn's most natural business allies. Both belong to the earth element, grounded, practical, and rooted in the tangible world. Taurus values stability as deeply as Capricorn values progress, which makes their partnership a rare blend of endurance and drive. Taurus brings a steady hand to the table, an almost zen-like patience that balances Capricorn's constant forward motion. Together, they create an energy that feels unshakable, like two tectonic plates forming mountains. Where Capricorn strategizes, Taurus executes with precision. The bull's unhurried nature might initially test Capricorn's impatience, but soon Capricorn realizes Taurus's pace is not laziness, it's sustainability. Taurus doesn't rush because Taurus doesn't need to. They trust their instincts, and that quiet confidence reassures Capricorn, who often carries the weight of responsibility alone. Taurus helps Capricorn slow down just enough to appreciate the process, to savor success rather than sprint past it. Financially, this duo is formidable. Taurus has a natural talent for building wealth, while Capricorn knows how to expand it. They share a mutual respect for value, not just monetary value, but the worth of time, effort, and integrity. They're both allergic to waste and inefficiency. In business, they create systems that run like Swiss watches, reliable, elegant, and built to last. Each decision is measured, every move considered. They don't gamble, they invest. And when they commit to a project, it's with the full force of determination and trust that defines both their signs. This partnership often feels like an unspoken understanding. Words are few, results are many. Taurus provides stability. Capricorn provides structure. Taurus reminds Capricorn that life is not just about climbing, it's also about enjoying the view from each plateau. In return, Capricorn pushes Taurus to dream bigger, to stretch beyond comfort zones. Together, they embody the ultimate business lesson: consistency builds empires. Then comes Virgo, Capricorn's analytical equal and perhaps their most intellectually stimulating partner. If Capricorn is the architect, Virgo is the engineer. They share a common language: efficiency. Virgo's obsession with detail complements Capricorn's mastery of long-term vision. They don't compete, they synchronize. Virgo handles the micro, Capricorn the macro, and together they weave perfection into productivity. Working with Virgo feels like watching two precision instruments align. Capricorn lays out the grand plan, timelines, budgets, structural frameworks, while Virgo dives into the data, optimizing each process until it hums. Virgo's natural curiosity ensures no element goes unexplored. They spot inefficiencies Capricorn might overlook, while Capricorn ensures Virgo doesn't get lost in the minutiae. This mutual accountability keeps their projects not just functioning, but flourishing. In communication, they share an unspoken rhythm, a professional telepathy rooted in respect. Neither sign needs theatrics or empty flattery. They appreciate directness, and both hold themselves to impossibly high standards. When Virgo critiques Capricorn's strategy, Capricorn doesn't take offense. They listen, adapt, and improve. When Capricorn sets a high bar, Virgo doesn't complain. they rise to meet it. It's a relationship fueled by mutual evolution. What truly sets this duo apart is their shared love for mastery. They don't just want to succeed, they want to perfect. Virgo finds satisfaction in improving systems, Capricorn finds fulfillment in scaling them. This partnership could manage a multinational corporation, a tech startup, or a creative agency with equal competence. Every move is deliberate, every success sustainable. If ever there were a pair destined to redefine professionalism, it's Capricorn and Virgo. Next, we meet Scorpio, the dark mirror to Capricorn's light of logic. This partnership runs on power, intensity, and depth. Where Capricorn brings structure and control, Scorpio brings emotion and transformation. They might seem opposites, but they share the same core obsession, mastery. Both crave influence and precision, both despise weakness and waste. Together, they create an alliance that feels magnetic, equal parts strategy and instinct. Scorpio's passion ignites Capricorn's ambition. In meetings, Scorpio reads the room while Capricorn reads the plan. Scorpio's intuitive understanding of people and motives complements Capricorn's analytical foresight. They move like chess players who can see 10 moves ahead, Scorpio handling the psychology, Capricorn the logistics. Their combined focus can intimidate competitors. Few can match their intensity once they commit to a vision. Trust, however, is the key that unlocks their potential. Scorpio guards secrets, Capricorn guards strategies, and both demand loyalty. When trust is established, this partnership becomes unstoppable. They feed off each other's energy in a way that feels almost alchemical. Capricorn's grounded pragmatism gives Scorpio's passion form and function, while Scorpio's emotional intelligence gives Capricorn's planned soul and depth. Together, they navigate crises with eerie calm. When chaos erupts, Scorpio senses the unseen dynamics, the politics, the emotions, the fears, while Capricorn stabilizes the practical side. They rebuild from ashes with purpose, creating something stronger each time. Their collaboration isn't just about success, it's about transformation. They're the type of duo that turns failure into fortune and pressure into diamonds. Finally, there's Pisces, the dreamer, the poet, the intuitive soul who seems, at first glance, like Capricorn's complete opposite. And yet, beneath their differences lies the potential for magic. Where Capricorn builds walls of logic, Pisces paints doors of possibility. They open each other in ways no other signs can. Capricorn grounds Pisces' imagination, turning dreams into projects, while Pisces humanizes Capricorn's precision, reminding them that numbers mean little without meaning. In business, Pisces brings something Capricorn often lacks: emotional insight and visionary thinking that transcends practicality. Pisces can sense market trends before data confirms them. They have a sixth sense for what people want, what emotions drive decisions, what stories sell. Capricorn, ever the executor, takes those insights and turns them into tangible results. This pairing is where intuition meets infrastructure, and the result is often revolutionary. Pisces helps Capricorn soften their edges, to see the value of inspiration over information. They introduce flexibility into Capricorn's structure, encouraging experimentation where rigidity once ruled. Meanwhile, Capricorn offers Pisces something priceless: focus. They take Pisces' swirling ideas and anchor them to reality. They teach the dreamer how to manifest the dream. In such a partnership, creativity meets discipline, and art meets order. Together, they can build ventures that not only make money but move people. They understand the poetry of progress, that business isn't just about profit, but purpose. And in that shared realization, they become unstoppable. Each of these partnerships, Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, and Pisces, represents a facet of Capricorn's potential made more complete by another's strengths. Taurus teaches patience, Virgo teaches refinement, Scorpio teaches depth, Pisces teaches imagination. Together, they reveal a truth Capricorn sometimes forgets: no empire is built alone. Challenging zodiac signs for business with Capricorn. Of course, not every partnership can survive the atmosphere of Capricorn's high-altitude world. Their disciplined leadership, rigid focus, and methodical pace can feel like oxygen deprivation to certain zodiac signs who thrive on movement, intuition, or spontaneity. Capricorn doesn't just lead, they engineer success. They build systems, timelines, and hierarchies, and expect others to operate within them. But not every sign respects the power of structure. Some rebel against it, some misunderstand it, and some simply can't breathe within it. These partnerships don't always fail, but they require Herculean patience, endless communication, and mutual evolution to find balance. Aries is often the first to test Capricorn's endurance. Both are born leaders, both driven, both competitive, but they speak completely different languages of ambition. Aries runs on fire, Capricorn runs on fuel efficiency. Aries says, "Let's move now," while Capricorn says, "Let's plan first." This difference in tempo creates friction from day one. To Aries, Capricorn's cautiousness can look like hesitation, maybe even fear. To Capricorn, Aries' impulsivity feels reckless, like watching someone sprint into a storm without checking the map. In meetings, Aries will throw ideas like sparks, eager to ignite action. Capricorn listens, nods, then calmly asks for logistics, budgets, and deadlines. To Aries, that sounds like bureaucracy. To Capricorn, it sounds like sanity. And there lies the eternal tension: one wants speed, the other wants strategy. Aries thrives on risk, on the thrill of immediate impact, while Capricorn believes that every risk must be calculated, contained, and justified. Their mutual respect depends entirely on whether they can see value in each other's style. Aries must learn that slow isn't weak. Capricorn must learn that fast isn't foolish. If they ever synchronize, they can build empires that both thrill and endure. But until then, sparks will fly, and not always in good ways. Then there's Gemini, the mercurial whirlwind who can charm a boardroom one minute and change directions the next. Capricorn admires Gemini's adaptability and quick thinking, but also finds it maddening. To a sign that believes in systems and stability, Gemini's constant pivoting feels like chaos disguised as creativity. Capricorn lives by the motto, measure twice, cut once. Gemini, cut first, we'll figure it out later. The partnership can begin beautifully. Capricorn is intrigued by Gemini's ideas, while Gemini feels inspired by Capricorn's competence and calm. But as weeks pass, tension grows. Gemini's love for experimentation leads to constant brainstorming and redirection. Capricorn, who spent weeks perfecting a structure, watches it unravel every time Gemini changes course. Consistency builds credibility, Capricorn insists. Adaptability is credibility, Gemini counters. Both are right, yet both drive each other crazy. The real challenge lies in focus. Gemini's curiosity is endless, Capricorn's patience is not. Gemini might juggle 3 new ventures in the time Capricorn finishes one, but that one will be airtight, polished, and profitable. To make it work, Gemini must honor Capricorn's need for order, while Capricorn must stop trying to trap Gemini's imagination inside a spreadsheet. Otherwise, their collaboration becomes a tug-of-war between structure and spontaneity, with creativity caught painfully in the middle. Leo enters the picture like sunlight meeting stone. 2 dominant personalities, both magnetic, both ambitious, yet motivated by very different forces. Leo wants admiration, Capricorn wants achievement. Leo wants to shine, Capricorn wants to win. At first, they respect each other's power. Capricorn admires Leo's charisma and confidence, while Leo admires Capricorn's composure and competence. But over time, ego clashes creep in. In the boardroom, Leo loves the spotlight, the grand presentation, the applause, the energy of being seen. Capricorn, however, views work as a means to an end. Results matter more than recognition. When Leo starts performing, Capricorn might roll their eyes internally, thinking, enough with the theatrics, where's the data? Meanwhile, Leo interprets Capricorn's seriousness as coldness, even dismissal. You should celebrate our success, Leo says. I'll celebrate when the next quarter's secured, Capricorn replies. The tension grows silently, feeding on mutual misunderstanding. Yet, when mutual respect forms, This duo can become iconic. Leo infuses Capricorn's enterprise with warmth and creativity, turning structure into spectacle. Capricorn, in turn, grounds Leo's brilliance, making their charisma scalable and sustainable. The secret to their harmony lies in recognizing that they're not competing, they're complementing. When Capricorn allows Leo to shine, and Leo respects Capricorn's foundation, the world gets a partnership as majestic as it is effective. Then comes Sagittarius, the wild-hearted explorer of the zodiac. Sagittarius loves freedom, variety, and philosophical adventure. Capricorn loves structure, predictability, and tangible progress. Sagittarius says, "Let's go with the flow." Capricorn says, "Let's set the schedule." From the very beginning, they pull in opposite directions. Sagittarius might find Capricorn too rigid, too serious, too obsessed with rules and responsibilities. They'll try to lighten the mood, to inject optimism into the business plan, to remind Capricorn that joy and risk are essential parts of life. Capricorn appreciates the sentiment but rolls their eyes at the lack of follow-through. To them, Sagittarius's optimism can sound like naivety. The Archer's casual approach to deadlines, their tendency to overpromise and underdeliver, triggers every one of Capricorn's control alarms. The tension isn't born of malice but of worldview. Sagittarius sees business as an adventure, Capricorn sees it as a mission. Sagittarius wants freedom, Capricorn wants security. The only way they can truly succeed together is if they make peace with this difference. If Sagittarius channels their inspiration into action, and Capricorn loosens their grip enough to let innovation breathe. Otherwise, Sagittarius will feel trapped, and Capricorn will feel frustrated, both wondering why something that started with such promise feels like constant compromise. Finally, there's Libra, graceful, charming, diplomatic Libra, who seems like an ideal partner on paper but can drive Capricorn quietly insane. Libra values harmony above all, Capricorn values results. Libra wants everyone to feel heard, Capricorn wants decisions made. To Libra, Capricorn's directness can feel harsh. To Capricorn, Libra's indecision can feel infuriating. "We'll revisit this later," Libra says. "No," Capricorn replies. "We'll resolve it now." Libra's talent for seeing all sides of an issue often becomes paralysis in Capricorn's eyes. Meetings stretch on as Libra weighs pros and cons, worrying about fairness, optics, or how others might feel. Capricorn, efficient to the core, just wants to finalize the plan and execute it. They see Libra's diplomacy as delay, mistaking kindness for weakness. Meanwhile, Libra sees Capricorn's bluntness as cold, mistaking decisiveness for arrogance. Yet, if they can bridge this gap, something beautiful can happen. Libra can teach Capricorn the value of grace, how relationships, not just results, drive success. Capricorn can teach Libra the power of conviction, that leadership sometimes means making unpopular decisions. Together, they could blend strategy with sensitivity, creating a partnership that's both intelligent and humane. But it requires respect, and a shared understanding that balance, not dominance, defines true success. Capricorn works best with signs that honor reliability, order, and mutual accountability, not those who thrive in chaos or chase fleeting emotion. While Aries, Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius, and Libra each bring incredible qualities, their relationship with Capricorn often feels like an advanced course in patience. These partnerships can work, but they demand constant translation between different emotional dialects. The legacy builder, Capricorn's ultimate business destiny. At their core, Capricorns are not merely workers or leaders, they are architects of permanence. They don't dream of fleeting applause or viral success. They want to carve their names into something that outlives them. To them, the truest measure of achievement is endurance, a company that survives decades, a system that continues to function after they're gone, a vision that keeps producing results even when their hands no longer guide it. Capricorns are the engineers of continuity, the quiet forces behind empires that others assume have always existed. But behind every lasting structure, there's a Capricorn who once decided that temporary was never an option. Their journey toward legacy is rarely easy. In fact, it's often a battle of endurance disguised as a career. Many Capricorns start at the very bottom, unpaid interns, assistants, the people no one notices, and climb their way up, rung by rung, mistake by mistake. They don't inherit their success, they build it. Each step is earned through discipline, strategy, and self-control. They work when others rest, they plan when others dream, and they persist long after enthusiasm fades. Capricorn doesn't believe in luck. They manufacture it through repetition, responsibility, and sheer force of will. It's this belief, that greatness is built, not given, that defines every stage of their professional evolution. Early in life, Capricorn is the relentless climber. Their ambition burns quietly but fiercely. They take no shortcuts because they trust only what is proven. While others chase excitement, Capricorn chases stability. While others want recognition, Capricorn wants results. Their eyes are always on the summit, not because they crave attention, but because the top represents mastery. And mastery, to a Capricorn, is sacred. It's their form of worship, a devotion to excellence that borders on spiritual. They find peace in precision, satisfaction in structure, and purpose in perseverance. Every project they undertake becomes a reflection of their integrity. Every system they design, every team they led, carries the weight of their reputation. For them, business is not just about numbers or transactions, it's a moral contract with time itself. But time, ruled by their planetary guide Saturn, is both their ally and their test. It teaches them that patience is power, that true progress often moves invisibly beneath the surface. Many Capricorns spend years, even decades, refining their craft before the world finally notices. When success arrives, it seems sudden to others, but Capricorn knows it was inevitable. The world only sees the peak, Capricorn remembers the climb. In the middle chapters of their professional story, something remarkable begins to shift. The once ruthless climber becomes a strategist. The worker transforms into a leader, and the leader into an institution. Capricorn learns that control can evolve into guidance, and that wisdom, not work, becomes the ultimate currency. They begin mentoring others, sharing the lessons that once cost them blood, sweat, and sleepless nights. This is where their legacy truly begins to take shape, not in what they build, but in who they build. Many Capricorns discover, sometimes unexpectedly, that legacy isn't measured in possessions but in impact. They start caring less about owning the company and more about ensuring it thrives beyond them. They create systems that empower successors. They mentor the next generation to think strategically, to honor ethics, to protect the integrity of the vision. In doing so, they become immortal in the only way that matters, through influence. And yet, this transformation doesn't come without struggle. Capricorns must learn to release control, a painful lesson for a sign that equates responsibility with identity. Handing over the reins feels unnatural, almost like erasing themselves from the picture they spent decades painting. But when they finally let go, they discover something profound. True power doesn't lie in possession, it lies in continuity. The ability to walk away and know that what you've built will stand without you, that is the essence of legacy. As they reach the later stages of their careers, Capricorns often find themselves looking back not at their achievements, but at the journey that created them. The endless nights, the calculated risks, the disappointments that became lessons, all of it was necessary. They realize that their story was never about climbing a mountain. It was about becoming the mountain. Every failure carved them stronger. Every challenge taught them the language of resilience. And in that realization, they find peace, a kind of serenity that comes only from knowing you've fulfilled your purpose. Capricorn's joy, in the end, isn't in fame or fortune. It's in the quiet pride of permanence. They don't need applause, they need assurance. Assurance that the systems they built will keep functioning, that their work will continue to serve, that their name, even if forgotten, will live on through the structure of what remains. Their greatest satisfaction is legacy, not luxury. Integrity, they've learned, builds empires more enduring than ambition ever could. Patience outlasts talent. Consistency defeats chaos. Capricorn embodies the truth that the most powerful success stories aren't written in headlines, they're engraved in foundations. Their life's work becomes the scaffolding upon which others will stand. For some, Capricorn's path seems too serious, too austere, a life spent building, planning, maintaining. But to Capricorn, that seriousness is sacred. It's not coldness, it's devotion. They are the stewards of stability in a world obsessed with speed. They remind us that progress without permanence is just motion without meaning. And so, Capricorn's business journey becomes a mirror for something larger, the human pursuit of legacy. They teach us that success isn't a trophy, it's a responsibility. That power isn't about dominance, it's about stewardship. That real greatness isn't loud, it's steady, silent, and immovable. And there you have it, the complete portrait of Capricorn in business: strategic, grounded, ambitious, and quietly unstoppable. The mountain goat never stops climbing, not for fame, not for validation, but for the sheer satisfaction of reaching new heights. Every success leads to another summit, every summit to another lesson. Because for Capricorn, success isn't just a destination, it's a lifelong ascent. The climb never ends, and that's exactly how they like it. The air may be thin, the climb steep, but the view, the legacy, is forever.